Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel, Our Everyday Dream, and today we're doing yard work. Ooh, how exciting.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
Got some parts for the camper, something for the truck, and listen to the string trimmer go. Wonder why that is. How many times have you string trimmed this house?
I used to do it when you worked all the time.
Yeah, before I worked from home.
Good at it. I got done.
Look at all the crap on the house. Oh my god. You didn't do so good there, did you? I gotta get on the mower and mow, and the grass is kind of wet. So the grass is definitely too wet for me to mow it quite yet. I mean, I can do it. Our mower doesn't operate like most. The belt stays dry, so it turns regardless. I could mow underwater if I wanted to. I bought a little bullseye gauge for level, and for some reason it cracked, and I think it has to do with the heat of this cover. You can see here's that electric jack that I installed. I'll put a link down below for it so you guys can check it out. Actually, you can watch the video. I think I've made a video on this too. And then here's the cover. Of course, I'll put a link on that because somebody did ask me where I got my cover at. And here's the bullseye. Wow, I don't know if this new bullseye will work, but you can see this thing cracked. It just broke and all the liquid came out. And again, I think it's because of the heat that was generated underneath this cover, because this does see direct sunlight. Yeah, it's much too big. I don't know. I guess I could only screw it in on two sides and let the third side hang over this lip a little bit. Look at her go to town. She's a weed-eating fool. I'm glad I don't have to do it today. Here's the bubble, and what I did is, this thing's always a little bit off because there's a curve right here just from the molding of this plastic, so it overhangs a little bit. I've got silicone underneath so it doesn't leak, and the bullseye is pretty darn close, but like I said, after all this stuff cures, we'll come back and mark it. So now let's check out what I've got for the truck. So I bought a, of course, Ford Motorcraft fuel pressure regulator for this thing. I'll put the link down below for this also, for you guys that have motorhomes in that with 460s in them. This is the one that you need. And that way I can kind of rule out, you know, any issues that may pop up down the road with a fuel pressure regulator. I pulled off the fuel pressure regulator. The new one's already installed. I'll show you that in a second here. But I did see that this O-ring is split. I don't know if that's enough to make a difference. I doubt it, because this is kind of a redundant O-ring system. That's why there's two O-rings, in case the first one's an issue. The pressure is contained by the second O-ring. Alright, so you can see the pressure regulator where it's at. You guys with motorhomes, this is going to be essentially the same place. Real easy to repair and replace. And it's like 20 bucks. It's kind of a peace of mind thing. It's all back together. Nice. Alright guys, so we're on the porch relaxing after doing our little bit of chores. I got the lawn mowed. Heidi got all the weed eating done, as you guys seen. So this is going to be the most unorganized, casual conversation that we've ever had for our channel, just to talk about maybe what's on our minds right now. We've been talking about our next trip. Seems like if we want to do a decent trip, it's going to cost like $600 to go do a trip. So it's still, we could, I don't know. What's your thoughts? Where do you think you might want to go? Well, you have a week, and how much for vacation?
A little over a week.
She gets 4 weeks paid vacation, and of course she's salary, so every time she uses 5 days of vacation, she could actually have 9 days off. But that's sometimes a little tough.
It is. It's tough for my staff, because then they have to work 9 days straight. Most of them, anyway.
Yeah, which her staffing's so weak at this point, it just keeps on dropping off. The corporate's just cutting back, and
corporate's not cutting back.
Sure, you have to have more hours worked.
What do you mean?
You have less hours given to you.
That's been going on for 5 years now.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's why I try to plan everything around her vacation. Or when she wants to use vacation, because it's so valuable. It's precious.
Precious time.
Precious time. It's a nice day out. It turned out to be a nice day. We've got storms that are coming through. We are just under 85 degrees now, and the dew point 70, which it's perfect for me.
Feels better today.
Yeah,
Not
probably.
melting.
Yeah, probably because cloud cover now. So we don't have any kind of a camera shooting out like normal. I did, in case something happens, I don't know, if storm breaks out, I've got a camera that I can fire up, and we can put that in also. As far as the camper goes, there's really nothing we need to do. Heidi is going to buy an awning for it by maybe next year sometime. Because our awning, like I showed in the last video, it's delaminated, it's old. The whole reason that I bought the awning in the first place was because it's the entire awning. It was the roller, the arms, the center support, everything, for $400, I think it was.
Is it that much?
No, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's $375 or $350. But I had to drive quite a ways away, and I get it. And that's something I want. If you guys just joined in with us, just subscribe to us. Just when you get a chance, go back and look through some of our old videos to get a sense of kind of some of the stuff that we are doing. I'm thinking about possibly grabbing a couple of the videos that are in my playlist that were or still are on my other channel, and maybe uploading them on this channel as a current video, so you guys can see again some of the stuff, like when we replaced the entire roof of the camper. That was before this channel was even formed. That's kind of interesting. I mean, you can kind of see the internal workings of what the roof looks like of this older camper. And then, you know, like we installed our air conditioner. Might be something you may want to watch. Made additions to the antenna. I mean, just little stuff like that. So I was thinking about doing that. And if you guys haven't had a chance to check it out yet, I have those two other channels. One's Lebo View, and the other's Fox Boss 9. And I'll put links down below for each one of those channels. Maybe I'll put cards up above here that will allow you to click and take you to that other channel. You can just flip through there and see repairs and stuff that I've done. Kind of starting to think about winter and wanting to try to enjoy the summer as much as possible. I think if the winter even looks halfway remotely mild like it did last year, I'd like to try to do some more camping in the winter.
We were camping last year, December 12th.
Yeah, if you guys didn't see that video, go back and check that out. Boy, we had a mild start to winter. It was like almost 70 degrees.
Mm-hmm. It was very nice when
in
we
December
were out there.
in Northeast Ohio. That
Unheard of.
Yeah, that is crazy. So it's one of those things that I wouldn't mind doing again. I just hate putting away the camper. It's, as soon as I winterize it, it's kind of like an act of defeat that I just kind of white flagged it at that point. Said, okay, I guess we'll just look at it for the next so many months, and then when the weather breaks, I get all antsy again. As far as our camper, we like it. We talked about it the other day. We definitely like to get a bigger camper. So this may be for sale. Who knows when? Maybe not next year. Problem that I have, and she keeps me straight on it, is I go out like on our camper and we repaint it. We put a brand new roof on it. We put new wood, all new plywood on it. We clean the air conditioner out, to where it's nice and cold. We put a new heating element in it. We knew this. We replace this. We repair that. We make it perfect. And then we sell it so somebody else can enjoy that stuff. And we don't ever get to enjoy all the new stuff. So our last pop-up that we had, we only camped in twice. We didn't get to enjoy it at all. Now the pop-up trailer that we had before that one we did enjoy. We used it for 3 years. Mm-hmm. So I got that right. So we're trying to find a place, I guess, to go camping. Heidi's got some vacation to use. I've got to wait. I might have some extra money coming in here so I can fund the trip. We'll have to see. That should be next week if I do get it. And then we can kind of figure out at that point what we want to do.
I'd like to go up to East Harbor maybe, or to Put-in Bay. The East Harbor, then go to Put-in Bay. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Or maybe going somewhere different.
Yeah, that's kind of our problem, I guess. That's sort of a problem. I don't know if you guys ever do that. We kind of go to our standbys because we know we always enjoy ourselves when we go there. And a lot of times, that's all we're just looking to do is go and enjoy ourselves. Now, East Harbor, the thing there is, you got a place you can go. You can go up to the lake. If you feel real adventurous, you can go over to Put-in Bay for the day. If not, you can just hang out there, and it's a quiet park. It's not it's busy, but
because it's a pretty big park.
Yeah,
but it's still a place to relax.
Yeah, so that's it. I guess that's why we like it, because you can go there and be the type of person that you don't want bothered. You can just sit by yourself and be left alone for the most part. Or you can do stuff around the park. They have trails. Or you can go up to the lake like we did and have a picnic luncheon.
They're swimming.
They're swimming, right. They've got a swimming area right on the lake. Or you could load up in your car and, I don't know, how far was that drive? Maybe it's a 10-minute drive to the ferry?
Well, it was longer than that.
15-minute drive?
15.
Yeah, it's not too far to get to the ferry, and you can hop on the ferry and go to the island for the day. And there's tons of stuff to do there. I mean, tons of stuff to see. Of course, drinking is going to be involved there, which I'm glad we didn't sit in that bar much longer and then try to ride those mopeds anymore, because the one year Heidi and I went out and we did a tent at Put-in Bay. And that's when we had our pop-up, but we didn't want to pay for our pop-up to go across with the truck and the ferry. So we just brought the tent and the truck and the mopeds. And we had two pretty nice mopeds back then. Kickstart, electric start, fast mopeds. And boy, we did a lot of drinking, especially me. And we drove those mopeds back. Which we shouldn't have done that. I mean, it's not like I wrecked or anything, but it just, I was pretty buzzed. So, East Harbor kind of becomes our favorite because of all those options. And the other thing we found out just recently is that Put-in Bay has full hookup sites on the island. I didn't know that. They have like 6 of them. I had no idea. That's kind of nice.
That'd be something maybe to look for next year. Last time we went during the week. It was a little bit
more tame,
and it was towards the end of the season.
Yes. Yeah, we used to do that because of the kids. Again, they always started just after Labor Day, and what happened is the last couple weeks of August, definitely the last week of August, everything down at like Myrtle Beach, everywhere, no matter where we went, all the rates got cut because they started into their new season, their slow season. So we would always wait, and then whenever the rates got cut, we would go to most likely Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
But we did that last year. We were kind of at the end of the season when we went to Put-in Bay or East Harbor. The one thing I found out about doing that, though, is it kind of sucks because everybody gets geared up for busy season at Myrtle Beach and Daytona Beach, and I'm sure all the other high attraction areas that are summer attraction areas. Everything's freshly painted. Everything's nicely done. They're fully staffed. Everybody's eager to serve you. When you go at the end of the season, everything's wore down. Half the crap's not working. The specials aren't there anymore. They've already cut a lot of their staffing. The people that are there are just kind of fed up with tourists altogether. The putt-putt golf courses are all tore up at that point. So I would suggest to save on the rates. to do it in an off season. Now, we did go in the peak of the season to Myrtle Beach the last time, right?
Mm-hmm. We went to Compass Cove.
Yeah, it's funny. Here's one of those armbands they give you so you can use their water slides and their lazy river and the swimming pools and everything. You got to wear this on your wrist. I wonder why it's out here. It's kind of funny. I mean, how many years ago was that?
Vacation with the kids.
Yeah, that was quite a few years ago. Stayed at a real nice hotel. We ate at the hotel. Whatever we wanted to do, including the kids, we went and we did it. And we've done that in the past. And I'll have to say that might be a good thing that you might want to consider for a vacation. You know, basically we took a vacation from being ourselves and being thrifty and penny pinching and trying to watch every little dollar where we spent it. What we did is we saved up our money and we went and enjoyed ourselves. If we wanted to go out and eat that night, we didn't think twice about it. We just went out and ate. Mm-hmm. If we wanted to go to a show, we would go to a show. Same with the hotel. We got a decent hotel. I didn't want some cut rate little hotel. And don't get me wrong, we've stayed in the Red Tree Inn. How many years we stay there? Probably we've done that three or four years.
Times.
And it's a real inexpensive hotel. It's in North Myrtle Beach. It's not in Myrtle Beach.
Most people would complain about it, but
yeah.
It was a old, clean hotel.
They kept it clean. The
nice
staff
people.
was nice. They were really nice.
Everybody was nice.
And the parking was okay.
Yeah,
we never
just
had a
the
problem.
holiday.
And it was very inexpensive. It had a kitchenette, and I think we could stay there for $700 for the week.
It wasn't even that much.
Yeah, I think it was less than that.
It was less than that.
It might have been.
And it was on the beach with a pool and a hot tub.
When she first found it, I have a tendency to go, no, that can't be right. and I did that to her.
We're not staying in North Myrtle Beach.
I said, it's North Myrtle Beach, and I said, make sure it's not an ocean view, and it's actually ocean front. She says, I'm telling you, I talked to the guy, and it's ocean front, and North Myrtle Beach, they said it got just as much stuff, and I'm like, all right, whatever, and we went there, and it's like, this is nice, this ain't bad.
I like North Myrtle Beach I think is better than Myrtle Beach.
Yep, Myrtle Beach is so commercialized.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, and we know it, and sometimes it's fun to just go do that tourist trap thing. You know, go in and just, you know, buy the trinkets, go look at all the souvenir shops, and again, we didn't bother with our thriftiness at that point. We took a vacation from our normal selves, and that's the second time we've done that, and we really enjoyed it. Now, looking back, I enjoy the memories more than the amount of money that I spent. And the first time we did that was when the kids were little, and it cost us each about $1,100. Remember that? Because we split the bill then. So the second time we went down, I just paid for everything, and it was just barely under $4,000 total for everything. But I really enjoyed that vacation.
It was a good vacation.
Everything about it was
I would
great.
do that vacation again with the kids. They would like it.
Oh, I'm sure they would. I'm sure that they would even contribute, to tell you the truth.
Exactly. I mean, it was a nice place.
Yep.
It was nice. You never had to go anywhere.
Absolutely.
If you didn't want to. You had the ocean, a pool, a restaurant that was affordable. It was a little more pricey to stay there, but I mean, even right now they have like 40% off.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but that's something else too. Unless you are going into Florida or Southern Texas or Southern California or wherever, this time of year can be cold anywhere. There's a lot of times that we've gone on vacations up to Cleveland at this time of year because the rates, and the kids can't swim because they're freezing their butts off. And when we went to Myrtle Beach, it was kind of cold a couple of those days. And the kids wanted to go swimming, but it was just too cold. So, like I said, in the peak season, it was hot every day. The kids could swim every day if they wanted to. and we always had stuff to do. I like I said, we enjoyed it. But we'd like to take the camper. I mean, I know there's plenty of RV parks that are on the beach, and there's a couple of them in Myrtle Beach. I'd like to go try that for sure. That's kind of the thing that we would really like to do. Although they're not on the beach like that one down in Florida, down on the Gulf Coast. There's one that you park on the beach.
That would be cool.
It would be cool. I don't know how that works. It must be really hard sand, because if not, I'd imagine everybody would be getting stuck there.
I think the storm was moving in.
Yeah, so we have a storm that's moving in here. Let me see if I can show you guys.
Ooh.
All right, so you can see the wind's kicked up. You can see the clouds are starting to form there. Yeah, the storm's kind of missing us to the north for the most part, but I bet you this hits us at some point. Oh well, no big deal. First time we mentioned about possibly getting into a bigger camper, we were maybe 30% into it as far as thinking about it and saying, yeah, that's what we would probably like to do. I'm thinking that percentage went up.
Yeah, I think that with all your computer stuff, when you sitting at the table there's like no room for me.
Yeah, there is.
So what do? Go lay in the bed and watch TV and fall asleep. Which isn't a bad thing. But I don't want to sit and watch you do your thing.
Yeah.
So we need not a whole lot of more space, but we do need some more space.
Yeah, we
don't need any more storage space. We need more space for ourselves.
Right. Now, when we full time, storage is going to be an issue. For sure. Just as a precaution, and I don't know if it's for a peace of mind or what, I can see us renting a storage unit for a year. And we know what everybody else has done. We know what everybody else has said. They all said that they had a storage unit, and then they came back to the storage unit after so many months or a year, and they downsized again, and then they had a storage unit for another, and they ended up giving away a bunch of stuff. We know that, and I understand that, but I think just as a psychological benefit for us and for everybody else out there, everybody's probably doing that just for the peace of mind, because we are inbred with accumulating stuff and having stuff. So for us to break loose of that, we have to train ourselves as knowing it's okay not to have a lot of stuff. And the only way you can do that is to experience it. I mean, you can't have people telling you, get rid of all your stuff, you're going to feel so much more free. I have so many people that have said that, though. It's got to be true. I have no doubt about it.
They still have stuff.
They still do have stuff. Oh, there's something too. Yeah.
They do.
There's people.
You see them buy stuff all the time.
Right, and we see people that are actually RVers that we've run into, and their campers and their trucks are full of stuff. They got so much stuff on their walls, their camper, they've got to have 300 pounds worth of hanging paraphernalia.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that one.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about it. She don't like that stuff so much. We don't have a lot of pictures and stuff to hang up. And we do have a lot of stuff, and everybody says how hard it is to get rid of the stuff. Whenever we decide to get rid of our stuff, I think that I might have the answer to that. And it's kind of what I call the convenience store theory. Whenever Heidi and I first started dating, I would say, hey, let's go up and buy some pop and some chips, and rent a movie, because back then that's when you rented a movie at the local convenience store or the local video store. And she would say, no, let's wait and go to Giant Eagle or to IGA, and we'll get those chips cheaper by so many cents, and we get that pop cheaper by so many cents. Well, the whole idea behind a convenience store is you don't have the hassle of having to drive into town and walk through this big giant store just to buy those two items. So I kind of got her in the habit of saying, hey, it's a convenience store. Pay the extra money. You're paying for the convenience. Sure, it's more expensive. Don't go crazy. But you're also paying for that convenience. Well, I think that that's going to be the theory whenever we downsize. Heidi and I discussed it a little bit. And I guess that's something that definitely will make this video. And that is, I'm almost 100% sure that whenever it comes time to downsizing, we're going to have an estate sale. If we don't get top dollar for it, who cares, because of the convenience of getting rid of it. I would rather spend one big effort in getting rid of 98% of the stuff than going through multiple levels of effort over many months, dealing with many people, trying to squeeze out every last dollar from our stuff that we don't even want anymore. So I think that an estate sale would do really good. First of all, with us being so close to the road, it wouldn't take very much for a sign to go up. And as far as traffic stopping during the auction, when they start seeing cars filing in, this place would fill up. So as far as buyers, we would have plenty. That's not an issue. And again, it would be done with. So as far as everybody that's considering downsizing before us, consider that. Consider an estate sale. So the rain's finally coming down. Heidi's got to grab a window here. I might have to shut this window. Yeah, so you can see the rain's coming down now. There we go. Look at that. This will definitely cool it off because there's a front coming in. Hopefully the camera's not getting wet there. Like I said, the wind's blowing away. You can see the flags, so we should be okay there. So I've been looking kind of more into our webpage and trying to get it to where that webpage becomes monetized a little bit more. There's some things that I'm going to start changing on it. We might have to pay for some marketing to help us out there, because quite honestly, I think at this point with my Amazon affiliates, if I do it just right, we should get more traffic. And if you guys want to support this channel, it takes nothing more than you clicking a link in the description on any product that I talk about or have put into the video or previous videos. And once you're in there, buy whatever you want. It's Amazon. Just buy whatever you need or whatever you're thinking about buying. It doesn't make a difference. You don't have to buy just that product I talk about. You can buy anything. And if I've got everybody doing that, it'll help considerably as far as that whole associates account. Alright guys, so that was the extent of everything that we did today, and just a couple of things that we wanted to talk about. Not so much Heidi again. Do you have any subject you want to talk about a lot? We'll pick this up whenever we know anything, for that matter. But that's it for today's, guys. We're going to go back to enjoying the nice weather that's bestowing upon us. It's clearing up. The sun's coming out again.
Except the wind.
Yeah, the wind's picked up quite a bit. And as always, guys, we hope to see you out there.
Bye.
Bye.